Hey everyone, how's it going? Matthew Kadish here, author of the Earthman Jack Space Saga, available over on Amazon.com. So if you want to support the channel, go check me out over there. But anyway, today's news is going to be about Marvel television shows and how Marvel is going to be focusing on the young adult audience in some of their upcoming TV series. What does this mean, and what kind of content can we expect from Marvel TV? Well, we discuss it in today's video. So Deadline recently did a interview with Marvel TV boss Jeph Loeb. And for those of you who don't know, the Marvel TV section is separate from the Marvel movie section, even though the Marvel movie section is responsible for making a lot of TV shows like the upcoming Disney Plus shows, Loki, Vision and Wanda, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and all those things. But the Marvel TV section kind of runs in tandem with that. And they've got a lot of stuff on their slate, which is really interesting and we're going to talk about. So Jeph Loeb was interviewed about kind of the future of Marvel TV now that all the Netflix series are ending, along with, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And there were some interesting things in here that I wanted to cover. But the first one that we're going to do is called, Is Marvel TV Going Young Adult? And there was a part in here of this interview that I found very interesting, where it says that Jeph Loeb says, we took a look at the Marvel universe that was upcoming, and we knew that Tom Holland was going to be playing the role of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. So the idea of a YA, aka young adult, the idea of young heroes was something that got us very excited because it works really well on television. And that's true. You just need to look at the CW to see how many young adult oriented shows are on there. Then Deadline asks, it has become one of the major streams for you in a very short time with Cloak and Dagger on Freeform and Runaways on Hulu, both now Disney-controlled units. To which Loeb replies, and great casts and really completely different shows in terms of tone. And yet you can see how these kids would mix well together. Deadline then says, the much-rumored Cloak and Dagger and Runaways crossover has become official. Is this going to be just a one-off, even though the two outlets have shared corporate parenthood? And Loeb replies, this is something we've wanted to do since season 1 on both shows. We hope it's the first of many. It's one of the many benefits of having all of our shows on Disney-based platforms. It's a shared universe, hashtag it's all connected. And then Deadline goes on to say, in that vein, ABC's Carrie Burke revealed at TCA that you guys are in active talks on a new project for them that will be a female-focused character. What can you tell us about that project, and is it intended to air while S.H.I.E.L.D. is still on ABC or afterwards? And Loeb says that's classified. I'm sorry. So have any of you guys watched either Cloak and Dagger or The Runaways? Matt, have you done that?
I've got a bunch of Cloak and Daggers on my DVR that I have not watched yet. But no, I haven't watched it. It's just I don't even know if I'm going to watch them at all. But they just when I hear young adult, it makes me feel old, and I don't know if it's my thing. I don't know if it's geared towards me as an audience. And I mean, I'll probably watch the first couple episodes and make a determination from there. So,
all right, Road King, have you had the chance to watch any of those series?
I attempted. Cloak and Dagger I started. I fell asleep during the first episode. It just really didn't do it to me. And I lasted 5 minutes into Runaways. Honestly, it just didn't really do it to me. I don't think it had anything to do with being a young adult. I just found it boring. And, then to mind you, I watch all the CW shows. I watch Supergirl. I watch Arrow. I watch Flash. I enjoy those. So it has nothing to do with being young adult. They just boring. I don't know.
Well, young adult's like a category. It's a genre. Mm-hmm. It's basically like the characters are kind of younger. The subject matter is geared more towards younger people, but adults can enjoy that stuff too. Tom, have you watched any of these shows?
The last time I watched Cloak and Dagger, I want to say Henry Thomas was in it. Wasn't that who was in the original movie? I have not seen the new show. And as far as the Runaways, I got to agree with Steven. I got a few minutes into it and it just wasn't my bag. Nothing personally. I was just like, obviously this isn't for me.
All right,
So,
well,
I mean, this doesn't really thrill me at all. Do I like idea of crossovers though? Oh yeah, they always are nice for, a little boost in the ratings and to get, your fans excited for something.
well, I've watched both seasons of Cloak and Dagger. I actually thought the show was really well done. I really enjoyed it. Haven't seen the Runaways yet, but it looks like Marvel TV is going to be putting a bigger focus on some young adult offerings, kind of like CW-ish style TV shows, in my estimation. And the Cloak and Dagger crossover with Runaways is going to be happening. I believe that will probably happen on Hulu. They may even bring Cloak and Dagger over to Hulu at some point because it's kind of limited on what it can do over on Freeform. But which used to be ABC Family, by the way. But it is interesting that they're making like another level of connectedness with these shows. In fact, I kind of skipped over this part before, but Jeph Loeb kind of talks about how there is some crossover between the way that Marvel kind of handles their different levels of heroes. So basically, the Marvel heroes are the ones that are most closely associated with the movies. So that would be S.H.I.E.L.D. and that would be Agent Carter. They came from the movies. Our two leads were actually in the movies. Then the next group is the Marvel street level heroes, or the Marvel Knights, as we sometimes call them here. So if the Marvel heroes are here to save the universe, the Marvel street level heroes, or the Marvel Knights, often say they are just there to save themselves or to save the neighborhood. Some of those appeared on Netflix, but there are others that live in that category, which is still to come. And it looks like they are trying to do another level to that, where it's beyond street level. It's like the young adult level, where you have teens who are like, dealing with issues and saving themselves. But the interesting thing was where they mentioned that they're going to be doing a new series for Marvel Television with a female-focused character. Chances are it's going to be in the young adult genre, because obviously, like, we know that Agent Peggy Carter is coming back for the final season of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but she already had her TV series that got canceled. That was on ABC, so I don't think that the female-focused show they're talking about is going to be Agent Carter. But I think it's going to be a new superhero that we haven't seen yet on TV, and they're going to kind of give her show. So what I want to get from you guys are your theories on what this show could be. Tom, what do you think could be the next YA female-centric Marvel show that we see?
Gosh. Well, the door's a little wider open now that they have like the XMen and stuff on board. There's a lot of young teens in the XMen that they could do something with. I mean, I'm not offhand sure what they would do next or what would tie in well with what they already have, because I haven't really watched it. So I can't really say outside of just broad speculation. A young Black Widow. I don't know.
Well, they kind of alluded to the Black Widow school in the Agent Carter TV series, so that might not be completely out of the realm of possibility. Maybe
right.
Not Black Widow, but someone from that.
I do. Oh, go ahead.
No, finish your thought, Tom.
I was gonna say I do like the idea though that the shows are set up to where, like you kind of pointed out in so many words, that the movies affect the shows, but the shows don't affect the movies. That's one thing that I've always noticed. And I did, I watched S.H.I.E.L.D. for the first couple seasons, then I fell out and all that kind of stuff. I just, outside of the Netflix shows, I just haven't really felt like their television side of things have been real great, whether it was under, what's his face before, like Perlmutter, or under Jeph Loeb here now. So I don't really care, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. So I don't have enough to really go on. I mean, if you were asking me about some of the other level shows, I'd be a little bit more apt to have an opinion.
Matt, what do you think could be this mystery YA series that Marvel has in the works?
Well, it's like Tom just said, they have the X-Men to play with now, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if we got, adventures from Professor Xavier's School of Mutants. Maybe do a Kitty Pryde series or something like that. But there's a whole trove of mutants that they can explore that are in the academy, right? So,
Yep. Steve, Mr. Road King, what do you think? What's your speculation?
You know, honestly, based on what we saw in the last few years, I could see them doing, and this is a stretch, but possibly, but a Spider-Gwen, something like that. Bringing Spider-Man, because that's the most popular character, bringing in some other version, and that's not Spider-Man himself, not interfering with the movies. That's
there you dropped it. Oh,
sorry, yeah, flip. That's what I would like to see. If not that, maybe something with the X-Men, but they've got to be very careful with that. I mean, it feels like this Young Mutants thing that they're already doing. It's like, how are they going to retread it? I mean, what's going to happen here? So just be cautious with that. I don't know. Beyond that, I have not a clue.
They do have a New Mutants movie that they're not releasing, right?
Yeah,
they're just sitting on it till February as of right now. I think
it will never see the light of day. It'll probably be
it'll just get dropped on Hulu, probably.
Either that, or they'll just vault it, and we'll never see it because they're probably going to reboot all the X-Men stuff anyway, and they don't want to.
Well, doesn't it have that one girl from
Game of
Thrones in it? So that's probably one of the reasons why I have a feeling they'll still drop it. But I don't think it'll see theatrical release since X-Men did so bad.
I think it depends on Marvel's overall strategy for the X-Men going forward. If it conflicts with that, they probably just want to, just take the loss, take the write-off. But in terms of X-Men, I don't think we're going to be seeing any X-Men on TV anytime soon because that's going to be a movie property. Spider-Gwen's an interesting idea, but those rights are locked up with Sony.
I was going to say, doesn't Sony get in the way there?
Sony
speaking from my point of view.
So what I'm thinking is because it's a female-centric TV show, and because we know Marvel is going very heavy in the kind of representational direction, my guess would be a Ms. Marvel TV series, either that or a Squirrel Girl, because we know Lena Dunham for a while has been kind of advocating for the Squirrel Girl show. What do you guys think about that?
That was one I was going to mention, but I thought that one had already been announced, so I thought it was already kind of in the pipeline. So.
Well, I don't know in what context it was announced, and I don't even know if it's actually moving forward.
It could have just been talking about it. Maybe I misconstrued it with being announced. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it had been rumored for a while because I know that Lena Dunham had been kind of advocating for the role. But
I thought Lena Dunham was going to be Mole Man or something.
She's a diverse actress. She could probably play some of that stuff.
Yeah.
My guess, if I had to put money down on it with Vegas odds, I'd say Ms. Marvel is probably going to be the direction they're going to take it in. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. I hope you got a lot out of it. And remember, if you want to support the channel, please check us out on the socials. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew Kadish. You can also find our discussion group over on Facebook at eggfbgroup.com. That's eggfbgroup.com. Takes you right to our Facebook discussion group. And if you'd like to help support the channel, check out my books over on Amazon.com. You can find them by going to kadishbooks.com. That's KADISH books.com. And as always, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a new video for more movie, TV, and entertainment news and analysis. This is Matthew Kadish. I'll catch you guys later.